Uh, Happy Ocean Day, and thanks to Commander Arnab for calling me for this webinar, especially. And then it is almost like a different kind of webinar because I've been attending in World Ocean Day where I will be giving talk and then others will be listening. I think it was something different than what it is there. And happy to see a very good presentations by many number of students. They are enthusiastic, and then also some of the information what they gathered and then presented, it is apt, and then they are in right direction. And I also compliment MRC for this important initiative of calling interns, especially from academia. Most of the people, I think the students are from the IITs, which makes it a lot of lucrative for the future blue economy policy that is going to be implemented by the government of India. In fact, though it is only at the beginning, but most of the things have been captured by the students from the various IITs and then other universities for that. And my compliments to all the students who have presented the important topics which is relevant for the blue economy. Because I will be reading some of the topics here and there from the policy perspective and technical perspective. I'm really happy to see such a wonderful comparison from the youngsters and then who gathered the right kind of information and then projected today for that. So this is about the compliments from the my side, but other side for the improvement of MRC, what I also suggest is I think some of the presentations, what they have presented on the right direction, but I feel that suppose if some more information is given to the students, instead of starting from the scratch and then getting into the internship and then going forward, maybe you can explore the opportunity of some of the experts who are all specialized in especially UDA. I'm not telling exactly on the UDA, but applications related to the ocean. So that will help them in identifying the right kind of problems and also understanding the practical problems for the solutions what needed from the country in the future. And also, while doing such kind of internship by the students, they will also enjoy because they are actually implementing the what is required for the country, and then it is being taken up by the some of the institutions within the country for that. This is my first observation. The second one is on the marine special planning. I think you are looking at in a different perspective, but I saw when we develop MSP, our focus was mostly on the resources. I think they're focusing on the economy, inclusive development, what we call it as a society, and then finally the ecosystem, which is very important for the future generation. And then how do we protect while balancing the development in the future for that. MRC as such, the perspective when we see for that, especially when we draw the MSP to update all the students also today on that, I think mostly Arnav knows about that. We have a regulation called coastal zone regulation, which talks from the high tide line in the sea. That means where the water reaches up to the highest point and then 12 nautical miles into the sea. This is where the maritime universities or maritime boats will come into the picture. But when it comes to the blue economy, we are going beyond the maritime zone. That means 12 nautical miles up to EEZ, that is 200 nautical miles, where MSP plays a very important role when we take about the territories of the Indian water is concerned. But of course, MSP is not restricted only to the EEZ. It also goes beyond EEZ, that is called as a international waters, and then the treaty law. How do we handle security in terms of surveillance and all? Completely, it is different once we cross the EEZ for that. So these are all the some of the issues I think we should make students to be aware of those things, and then so that because it is not possible for them also in the short time to get all those things and then present whatever is required for that. But some information has been provided to the this youngster. I'm confident that I think they will really make wonders and wonders what is required for the future for them. Especially when we are seeing about 70% is covered by the ocean, and either it is resources or climate, if it is controlled by 30% from the land, and what need to be done on the ocean when we have a 70% of the ocean, which not only controls the climate, but also helps in so many other ways in terms of resources, transport, food, especially fisheries and other things. But now our greediness, we are slightly spoiling entire thing. That's how climate change is also one of the major cause of our own not having a thinking about how do we protect the future and then conserve our for the future generation for that. So that makes it more understandable, and then also to see how do we protect and conserve for the our next generation what has happened. I think this time you might have seen these temperatures going up to very high as much as that. These are all the consequences of our luxury and greediness for that. So it is not that we don't want development for that, but at the same time, how do we balance the development, understanding the impact or damage that what you're causing to the climate. The damage will happen in one day, but restoration will take, it can be months, years, and even decades to get back to the normalcy for that. So we have to be very cautious in conserving and protecting the ocean for the our future generation for that. And then all the presentations which were made by the youngsters are really wonderful, beautiful, and then it is apt for the ocean for that. I don't want to bore because I think you already taken a long presentation for that. If I speak more on that, again, I will also think that, oh, this guy is coming and presenting at last minute lot of stories for that. We should not do for that. Let us see how do we work together with youngsters and then see which they like and enjoy and contribute to the country and also to the world ocean. Thank you, Mr. Arnab, and then thank you, moderator. I think your moderating was wonderful. I think it keeping in the time and then bringing all the people on board further. Thanks to both of you and thanks to the MRC. Thank you.